Good morning, day shift nurses. We are off to our first week of day shift. We just got done with orientation yesterday. Went swell. Now we're gonna drive. Happy Matt's looking upset.
Trying to get some work done here. I'm excited for day shift.
Yeah, we're gonna do some day shift activities. So let's see what's gonna happen, how it differs from nights. We did have day shift last week, but that was orientation, so it's a little bit different. So we'll see the flow of things, see how it's kind of done here. I know they don't draw their own labs here on days unless it's a central line, so it should be interesting to look at. And just to see the flow of things and different consults or physicians actually get to speak to somebody.
And conquer nursing one shift at a time, right? Let's go do this.
Just happy late for first day.
First day, almost late. I had to call the charge nurse because I forgot my damn shoes. Would have been walking with some red sandals, so I had to go back.
Guess what happened? Peter forgot all his gear. He doesn't even have shoes on, so he's gonna put on floaties, these little shoe covers, the sandals. And he's gonna do his nursing shift, so it should be interesting. No ID, no pen, no stethoscope.
That's some shit.
Poor kid.
So mission accomplished. Now we're back at work and we got like 5 minutes to spare, so no complaints.
Yeah, we're doing straight nursing here. No progress notes, no looking up patients, just straight business. Let's see how this ends up.
And Matt and I hopped on our break right now. And
what are the odds, huh?
right, what are the odds of us actually going on break at the same time? Because in LA, they'll always put us separately. But today, on days, we are one. The couple nurses is on break together. We're gonna do a quick podcast, but guess not.
We're chilling. What's beautiful about this is we're not taking naps for 1 hour. We're actually enjoying the damn sun. So this is a nice change of pace. We're leaving the damn unit, we're getting some fresh air. It feels nice just getting back and like getting some fresh air.
Yeah, and the weather's really nice. It's not too hot. I know I was here last week on orientation. It was super hot, but today, not bad. Just passing the breeze.
Transferring patients. I'm on the phone so much more as a day shift nurse.
Oh, for sure.
And I'm calling, I'm transferring, I'm accidentally hanging up on people because they're not to transfer them. Yeah, it's a good time right now.
Yeah, I feel you're transferring both your patients, right?
In the process, yeah. When I come back from lunch, I'm gonna have no patients unless they give me something, which more than likely I'm gonna have something assigned.
Sounds like he's gonna be at bathroom duty. But yeah, I transfer one patient and definitely a lot more phone calls, a lot more things to do, but it hasn't been too bad. I think my patient had an MRI, but since we're on days, we have I'm not sure the name of it, but there's a midship nurse that comes in at like 10:30, 11 o'clock, and doesn't have patients. She just helps out, does breaks, takes people to scans, things like that. So she actually took my patient down to MRI, and she actually transferred my patient from our unit to the other unit, which is super convenient.
Wow.
Yeah. And the way we do it here, it's a little annoying because they don't have teleboxes for transport. You put them on the Zoll. So you can hook them up to the Zoll and then you transfer that way, and you take a backpack with like your, not necessarily your first aid kit, but your ACLS meds.
Yeah, I think everyone should be doing that, right? If you go downstairs with a backpack.
Yeah, but I know at the place we were at in LA, it was a box.
Yeah.
At the place I was on in Chicago, it was nothing. We just took them down with a telebox and hope for the best. Nothing really exciting happened. It's just learn as you go, because I was giving a report to another nurse that I'm going to transfer over to in surgical tele. And she was telling me, hey, we can't take this patient because he doesn't meet the certain criteria. So I had to discontinue the cardine. I had to change the neuro checks from Q2 to Q4, and then I had to put him on a diet. But I'm actually not gonna put him on a diet because the patient hasn't been seen by GI, and the patient was here for a fall, a low hemoglobin, and the reason he had a GI consult was not because he's actually GI bleeding, but they're trying to figure out why was his hemoglobin low. So kind of like a suspected GI bleed, but we can't put him on a diet until GI sees him, and he's a little upset, keeps asking me for milk, and he's confused, so I'm glad we got him out of here.
Damn. See, for me, I've realized that every consult has a different role. So I talked to pulmonary, they're in the ICU. I'm like, hey, can we get rid of this patient? Or everybody's neurosurgery, neuro's on board, let's downgrade him.
Right.
Well, trauma has to see him. So in his hospital, trauma is in charge of everything. We talked about it on the live. You have to literally talk to trauma at the very end before you get him downgraded. So that's what I'm dealing with currently.
Right. Matt's gonna enjoy his lunch. Matt, what are you eating? Eating healthy? You staying well?
Asparagus, chicken, potato, some strawberries on the side. We're eating well out here.
Eating well, eating clean and healthy. I'm fasting today, so I'm just hanging out, drinking some water, a little bit of coffee.
So watch
And,
me.
yeah, we're gonna enjoy a little bit of our time off, and then we'll see if anything outside happens, and we'll debrief you guys at the end of the day.
Post-shift debriefment.
Yep, so.
What's happening, folks? Post-op, post-day shift, day one.
Another day, another dollar, another travel nursing penny.
That's what it is, to be honest. And let me tell you guys, let us tell you, day shift is busy. Quick synopsis, like literally, I had 2 patients today. They both got transfer orders within like 10 minutes. Doctor just came, rounded, got rid of both of them. And then before I even got rid of the first one, I don't want to say rid of it, it's a little bit mean, but when I discharged and transferred my patient within that admission, that transfer, I got another one already. And this one was busy. I was hanging blood. I was in the room for a straight 2 hours before I left home.
Yeah, that's solid. My day was pretty much how like the unit was. It was super busy in the morning, in the early afternoon, and then I transferred out my patient at like 2 o'clock, and I was kind of coasted from there. But it was clutch because the patient got held out a few hours before I got on shift because he was being combative, just anxious, and is not listening. And then like the Haldol was wearing off before I was transferring, so he was like getting kind of anxious, kind of like a little bit aggressive, you know, asking for stupid things and just being a dick for no reason.
He's like, let me take this neck collar off.
Yeah. So after that, transfer over, so it came out pretty clutch. My other lady, it's interesting because they're going to terminally extubate her on Monday, so in a few days here. But she's with it, follows commands, enters everything appropriately, but they just can't get her to take in enough volume. And the family knows that she did not want to trick, so they're just going to try to extubate her on Monday, and whatever happens, happens. So she's pretty, a little bit intense situation to see because she's pulling volumes of like 100, which is nothing. Super low volume. We got that speedster. Okay, that speedster. He's getting out of here. Probably made a med error or something. But yeah, so I'm just kind of curious to see what happens here. Hopefully I have him back.
And one thing I was just gonna say with my experience is, I had a sad case when I admitted that patient. Nursing never fails to humble you. Nursing never fails to make you appreciate your life, to be honest. It's always a reminder.
Yeah, like you have your bad days and you know you don't feel like doing certain things, you don't feel like going somewhere, and you know you're sad sometimes, angry, but then you think back at some patients in the hospital, just like this could be so much worse. Like I don't have much to complain about. Yeah, life sucks, but I get over it. At least I have my health.
And that's how I feel about these shifts. Like, even though these suck sometimes, you'll get over it. That 12 hours will end. Just do your best.
Yep.
We're gonna get some sleep. Rinse, repeat tomorrow.
I'm excited. Today is day shift number 2, also known as garbage day.
Today's garbage day. Happy Friday.
Yeah, the gardening stuff go too, man. Everything gets on outside. Definitely a little tired. Definitely feels a little bit strange waking up in the morning, but it definitely feels a lot more natural. Overall, so far feels better. And I don't feel as rushed waking up almost. It's kind of weird because we're waking up earlier, but I don't feel as rushed. And it doesn't seem like working these stretches is gonna be that hard. Thank you, Daddy.
Wrapping it up here. So I just wanted to say pros versus cons when it comes to nights, learning versus autonomy. I would say that I'm learning a lot more on days because I'm actually able to ask doctors critical questions that I had on nights that maybe I had to Google. So learning wise, days, a lot more beneficial. When it comes to nights, there's a lot more autonomy. And when I mean autonomy, it's just the things that I do on my own before I actually ask a doctor. I do a lot of troubleshooting on nights because NPs or PAs or MDs aren't available. So you choose what you prefer doing when it comes to learning and experience. Of course, experience is a better teacher. So nights technically would be the pro when it comes to learning quicker. Time to get this day 2 wrapped up. Let's get it. Whoop. Day number 2 for the Rise and Grinders. The Frontline Warriors are at it.
Ready? We're at it. We're getting it. Ready to get it. Ready for transfers, discharges, MRIs, CT scans, everything for days.
Day number 2, day shift. Come at us. Let's go. I am checking in. Day number 2. I'm on my 30-minute lunch. More than halfway done with my second shift. It's been lovely. not too bad. I cannot complain one bit. Reason being is I have only one patient. I've had one patient all shift. I was supposed to get an admission in 2 different instances. One of them was COVID positive, so I couldn't take another patient. My patient had neutropenic precautions, and the other one went to OR instead. So when it comes to the time frame of the procedure, I actually not might even get that patient. So we'll see. But what's nice with this is I had enough time to actually get to understand my workflow a little bit better, where things are around the unit. So if I had more time for that, which I enjoy, because as a travel nurse, you're always running around and you're always looking for things. Literally, this is the face of every single travel nurse. You're just looking for something in the supply room. You're like, yep, that's how it always goes. So I had a great time with one patient, familiarize myself, and just keep on rolling with the punches. I'm gonna wrap this one up quick because I'm gonna get back, finish eating, finish getting back to my one patient. See you guys for post-shift debriefment.
Welcome, nurses of all ages.
Couple nurses are back.
Back better than ever on day shift. So this is officially our second shift on days by ourselves in our first week of orientation. Our first week after orientation. And it's been pretty fun, pretty solid, pretty exciting. Today I finished up the day with getting transfer orders for my patient. Sent her right before. Actually, I didn't send her, but I let the nurse know that she could be sent out. My other lady has been chilling. She's been hanging out. Like I said before, she's gonna be terminally extubated in a few days. We'll see how she does. I don't think she's gonna do very well. But it's interesting because she's fully, she's there for the most part. She's intubated. She follows command. She understands what I tell her, what I ask her. She makes sure needs known. So I'm actually really curious on what's gonna happen, these next couple of days.
She just can't get extubated.
Yeah, she just can't get
Family doesn't
extubated.
want to get a trig.
Yeah, and she doesn't want a trig either. So at least that's an agreement. It's just I've never terminally extubated somebody that is this aware.
That's fucked up a little bit. If you think about it.
Because that's why I terminally weaned somebody, or not terminally weaned, but terminally extubated somebody. We extubated them, but they were already brain dead for the most part. They weren't responding to anything, but she's actually responding to everything, and she's there. You can have a conversation with her for the most part, but you can't, of course, always understand what she's saying because of the ET too. But super interesting.
You got me thinking. It's like, what do you do with this patient? Do you just put them on BiPAP and they're just air hunger, and you just do hospice with the morphine drip? Yeah, it sounds confusing.
Yeah,
and I'm a nurse.
Right. So I'm kind of curious because I should have her back during this process. I'm actually really intrigued and interested on what's gonna happen. So I'm sure I'll explain more and the situation and how it went, because like I said, it's new to me and it's pretty interesting.
As far as my day went, smooth as butter, like I told you guys prior to that. The only new thing is I had to give some blood. My patient was symptomatic to Kipnick. I thought it was more related to pain, that she was short of breath because she was just shallow breathing through her chest. She wasn't actually using her abdomen because that's where her cancer was. Gave her 2 liters nasal cannula. Didn't really work much, and I just felt obligated to do something. I thought that we could do more, so called, got 2 orders, units, RBCs, except here they don't have any tubing for over 6 months, so we're pressure bagging blood here. It's interesting. And we're not doing second handoff when it comes to witness. We're just doing the bridge in their Cerner program, and you can hang blood products or stuff. I think it's fascinating. It's awesome.
That's super interesting because I never pressure bag not IV tubing, but I never pressure bagged blood. The only time I gave blood quickly was with that, I forgot what that machine was.
The rapid transfusion.
Yeah, the rapid transfusion. I've done that once, but it's not like a pressure bag, so it's a whole machine and a whole process for that.
Yeah. And that's it. Get some rest, repeat in day 3.
Yep. Let's get done. Woo!
Good morning. It is day shift number 3. Definitely tired. Definitely feels like a 3 in a row. Not as bad as nights though. This is a little more doable than nights. So I'm gonna get up here, get dressed, brush my teeth. Matt should already be up right now. We're gonna pack our breakfast. We're gonna pack our lunches. We meal prepped a little bit yesterday, so we're gonna get that all situated and ready to go, and slowly start making our way out the door. So before I get too far behind, let's go.
So the morning times in the house, we keep it extremely simple. we're low maintenance, so within 30 minutes we're out of the house. The food is already meal prepped at night just to save us that time to sleep in a bit. For the morning today, I got some salmon with some rice, some fish, oatmeal, kimchi, apple that keeps the doctor away. Got some vitamins, some coffee, some water, and that's all I need for my 12-hour shift. So let's get after it. Checking in. Guess what? Third day. We both got floated.
We're both on break.
Both on break again. DOU, making some food. And it's been hella busy. We're going to do a full shift debriefment after this. We're about to eat some food, chill, talk, maybe smile a little bit because damn has it been busy, right?
Too busy. Running around the whole time, all morning. I didn't sit down until 1 o'clock.
And it's not critical, it's just literally tasks. That's all it is. All right, so as soon as we're done eating, see you guys in a couple hours, debrief. Checking in. It is 8:30. We had a freaking crazy busy shift the third night. What happened? We got floated, so we didn't have the same patients. You got to learn a brand new unit. So we went down to DOU. So
like a step down, cardiac step down, 3-to-1 ratio. Not too bad. It's just super busy, like Matt was saying.
Super busy, and everything is a scavenger as a travel nurse. So where is flushes? Where's alcohol pads? Where do you get the meds? Where's the Pyxes? All that.
It's like orientation all over again.
Yeah, orientation all over again on top of having patients. You had to go to freaking procedures.
Yeah, I had a busy ass morning. Right off the bat, I had to go to MRI, like with 3 scans, so it took me like over an hour. Then I had a patient that went down for a cholangiogram, and then he got some stones taken out in his biliary duct, and he came out with a biliary drain. And then our other patient, they're debating on whether he needs a paracentesis or not. So I was calling physicians debating on that because he had a paracentesis order from last week. They were trying to figure out if he still needs it or not. I don't think he needed it, and he didn't get it. But on tomorrow if he gets it.
Days is an interesting experience from just our full 3 days working. I would say that the pace, way busier on nights compared to days, of course. The noise. Day shift is a lot noisier compared to night shift. And if you're starting off, I mean, it's up to you, but I would honestly go with night shift because you get to learn your environment. On day shift, like, every single person is a new face. You got somebody coming into the room, you're staring at their ID band and just like
trying to figure out who is this, why are they here, what specialty.
Yeah, what specialty you're rounding from. And then you have to figure that out. So not only that, but now you have to know your patient inside out. They're gonna ask you questions. What do you need from me? The physician is not gonna sometimes tell you, okay, I think we should do A, B, and C. They're like, what do you think we need? And you better know a little bit about your patient so you could make the right, informed decisions on your patient care, even though it is their responsibility.
Yeah, I'd say probably the 2 biggest takeaways I have from day shift this week or for the first week is know your patients, because you're gonna have multiple people asking you what's going on. So I recommend having like a list or a sheet or a paper or a report sheet listing out what happened to the patient, what happened last night, just little key points of why they're here, because sometimes these physicians, with us, we have different physicians for like 3/4 of the shift and a different physician for the last quarter of the shift, because they switch off at like 5 p.m. So sometimes the physician that's on call after 5 doesn't know the patient because they haven't seen him yet. So you gotta give them a full report. So make sure you know that. And second takeaway is going to be get ready to not eat a lunch sometimes. Like it's been super busy. Like luckily we still get breaks and stuff, but if we didn't get breaks, I wouldn't have time to eat lunch.
Yeah, like today, for example, I didn't go on lunch till 4:45. As you guys know, we intermittent fast, so that solves that issue. But if you're a person that eats 6 meals a day, you're going to be starving. You might have to go in there and just grab quick snacks. Right. I personally can't get full off a couple granola bars. I need a damn meal and some meat. So be prepared for that, for a little bit of starvation. And ultimately, bring your poker face on. And just know that your shift's going to be over. Don't stress too much because life goes on.
It's a 24-hour job. If you don't do it, the next person will.
Exactly. And maybe next vlog, we'll go and dive deeper into days versus nights. So if you guys like the vlog, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. See you guys on the next one. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Peace and love.